Each year we give out 1 or 2 awards to people who have not just done dynamic work that year, but who have put in a lifetime of work for full equality for the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people. And it is my great honor to welcome to our stage Donald Geikie. Donald told me I wasn't allowed to read out his bio because that's going to be part of his speech. So I just wanted to say that in short, I've known Donald for a few years now, since I started doing work in Sarasota. And the moment that I set foot in Sarasota and started organizing and talking about LGBT equality, the first name that came out of everybody's lips when I said, who should I be talking to, was Donald Geikie. He has been a longtime member of Equality Florida, a longtime supporter of ours. He's been on our steering committee since we've had steering committees here, and he is a dynamic leader. So, Donald, it is my honor to give you the 2011 Voice for Equality Award for a lifetime of activism working for the full equality of the gay, lesbian, bisexual.
So tall. Listen, obviously, first of all, I've got to thank Equality Florida, and especially Joe Saunders and Eden Smith. Equality Florida does such an incredible job throughout the state. I don't know what we would do without you. Then I'd like to thank, just a special thanks to Marcia Foote and Ken Sheelan, and all the people on the steering committee that have put this wonderful event together this evening. And we've got to give a big thanks to Chef Chris Cavelli and all of his I'm going to bore you for a little bit here, but I'd like to give you some dates that have been very important to me since I left England and arrived in San Francisco in 1975. On November the 12th, 1977, I had the great fortune to meet my wonderful partner, George McNary. On November the 27th, 1978, George and I walked down to Union Square to join hundreds and hundreds of people there, all asking the same question. Why this morning at City Hall was Mayor George Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk gunned down? In July 1984, I joined 100,000 members of the LGBT community, and we marched from the Castro down to Moscone Center for the opening of the National Democratic Convention. Unfortunately, the names of Mondale and Ferraro seem like a distance to us now. In 1987, George and I made a wonderful move. We left San Francisco and relocated here in Sarasota. And then in following year, in 1988, Jim Fellows and his great partner, the late Bill Bagunda, George and I, we bought out the Golden Apple Theater for a performance of La Cage aux Folles for an AIDS benefit. Now you're going to have to understand that our president at that time never mentioned the word AIDS in public until the 90s, so we were a little out on a limb there. I'm happy to say that we sold the last table right on the morning of the event, and I think everyone there was very proud when Carolyn Michael got on stage and she read a letter from Jerry Herman, the composer of the music and lyrics for La Cage and so many other fabulous Broadway hits. He thanked us for putting on an AIDS benefit in Sarasota and wished us great success. In the late 80s and early 90s, a small group of us started the Monday night dinners at St. Martha's for PWAs, people with AIDS. Every Monday for 4 years, we turned our small little room into the Ritz with linen napkins, white tablecloths, and every single table had the most fabulous arrangement of flowers from Mr. Florist. A good night at St. Martha's was cooking for 10 people. A bad night, which was probably most of the first 2 or 3 years, was for 30 or 40 people. In the 90s and 2000s saw a shift towards equality. On a national level, there was the Human Rights Campaign. On a state level, we obviously have Equality Florida. But in Sarasota, we had some wonderful organizations, such as Also for Our Youth, CAN, P-Flag, Bethesda House, A League of Our Own, Trinity Charities, and Sarasota Pride. On April the 4th, 2005, 7 realtors from all different companies met at a house on Bird Key, and we had our first meeting of the Gay Real Estate Executive Network, GREEN. I'm happy to tell you that we are still going strong today. We have over 40 members, and we basically cover all fields of real estate, from attorneys, title, mortgage, home inspectors, and photographers. I would like to end with one very important date. May the 4th, 2010. George and I, with friends from Sarasota, flew to Connecticut, where we met George's daughter, Marcy, and the 2 of us were married. Of course, we would like to have got married in Florida, but that's not possible because we all know it's illegal. But I'm going to tell you, that is going to change. And the reason it's going to change in the future is because people like Joe Saunders and Nadine Smith are going to be stalking the halls of Tallahassee, looking for that one last vote to put us over the top. So thank you to Equality Florida. Thank you to everyone here tonight. You've made my evening wonderful, and you've made my husband's as well.